Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Social X Tuesday Night Live. We call it the Social Hour of the X Team. Glad you could join us here, Adam Levy in Chester, Connecticut tonight. Beautiful, cold winter day. Looking forward to some warmer weather. I'm sure everybody else is. But we got some hot things happening at Social X. For those of you that didn't catch the Super Saturday, I'm going to say make sure you spend some time with it. It's such a great presentation of so many. David D'Arcangelo did an exceptional job in about 14 minutes. It's actually been cut down to that, and you can find that on the Social X. You can find it a couple places. The Social X community page you can find on Facebook, but also I just put a link on the X Team Facebook page that links to all the most recent replays from Social X. So if you click that link, I don't think there's any picture or anything, it's just a link and it says, here are the most recent replays, and you can catch everything that's gone on in the last couple of weeks and months, including the trainings on the app. Which I know a lot of people have been asking about and looking for. There's been about 4 of them. They happen on Wednesdays. I believe tomorrow will be the 5th one if they're doing it tomorrow. They do them live, but then they are recorded, and that's where you would want to find them. So find that link on X Team, and you can catch all of the things that you might have missed. Let's see, new site. We were just talking about it. The 25th, mark your calendars. That's 7 days away from now. Brand new site. It's going to be gorgeous. I know a lot of people are getting their business cards already at missedcards.com. So they are ready for when that site hits. They're going to be all set. I love the simplified cart, the way that it flows. It's been really well and professionally designed. It's just really a very beautiful site. And I think it's going to make a huge difference in everybody's business. We're going to talk a little bit about the big announcement on the weekend at the Super Saturday, and that is the Get 3 in 30, the power of 3. And Cowboy, I know you're really excited about that. I actually have some slides to cover, and we're going to go through that really quickly and just have you get a better understanding of it. Can everybody see the power of 3 there? I believe you can. So we've got this great thing that was just announced, and it's really a way to put some pretty serious income in people's hands early on. You know, our matrix pay either pays you 2%, 3%, or 5%. And so when a person is getting started, if you can get them started and have them get their first 3 people within their first 30 days, it's going to reduce their qualifications, and I'll show you that. So this is the power of 3 here is based on the kind of income you can make if you just had 3 and then those 3 got their 3 and so on down through 7 levels. And that's about, it's a little less than $6,000 in monthly pay. And that's based on just 1 bag of Exhilarate. I mean, what if they got 2 bags, right? You can do the math on that. But it's also based on 5% pay down through 7 levels, right? As you know, our matrix does pay down through 20 levels, but we're going to talk about the power of 3 and how this works out for those first 7 levels. And this is really important as people are getting started. So the power of 3 works like this. This is our compensation plan, and these are the qualifications for it on the first 7 levels. As a manager, you need 2 customers. 2 members or 2 customers, you'd get 2%. As a senior manager, you'd need 6 customers, that would get you 3%. And as an executive manager, 14 customers will get you the full 5% that's available in our compensation plan. But the power of 3 is just that. In your first 30 days in the business, if you can get your first 3 people enrolled to purchase some Exhilarate, right? Doesn't even have to be a pack of any kind, just 1 bag of Exhilarate even, right? What will happen is we'll reduce your qualifications. 2 will become 1 for manager. Senior manager, instead of 6, you'll only need 2 customers. And to get the full 5%, instead of 14, you'll only need 3 customers. Now, let's be real clear about this, folks. This is the easiest qualifications in the entire industry. 3 personally enrolled in 30 days will get you 5%, 7 levels. This is unheard of.
Adam, could I ask a question?
Yeah, please
Do you
go ahead.
mind?
Yeah.
So when it says within 30 days, does that mean 30 days after they place the order or 30 days when they sign up, I guess?
Here's what it is. It's 30 days from the time that they click upgrade to an associate. Now, having said
Okay.
that, it's a great question. Stu, in his infinite wisdom, restarted the clock for everybody from February 1st onward to get their 3 new people in 30 days. So if you've been involved for a little while, everything that you did from February 1st all the way 30 days forward will count for you.
Okay, so for somebody like me, then it's till the end of February.
Well, no, February is almost out. Oh, you're right. I believe, and we'll double check on this. I believe that from the announcement forward 30 days, and also he's going back. So it's really 45 days. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
actually very clear about that. He said that. So he just announced this on Saturday. So it's 30 days from Saturday. And he reached back to the first in case you brought some people in
Okay.
early on. So it's about, yeah, so that's what they're doing. But
So,
moving forward, for as you're, when you're sharing this with people, this is the way that plan works. The bottom line is this: everybody's had their clock restarted your first 30 days, everybody in the whole company. Get your 3 in those 30 days so you can lock in for life 5% down through 7 levels. Real important. Now, in addition to that, here's the rest of the compensation plan, right? As far as the matrix goes, we pay down through 20 levels. Again, 2 customers for manager, 6 customers for senior manager, 14 customers for executive manager. Now, let's say you got your 3 and 30 done. You already know you're locked in for 7 levels at 5%, and all you need is 3, correct? All you need is 3. However, if you're in your first 60 days, you buy an X pack of any kind in your first 60 days, you also get reduced qualifications for life on the rest of the compensation plan. So for the rest of those levels, from levels 8 through 20, if you would like 5% on those, you'll need 7 customers, providing that you bought an X pack in your first 60 days. So it's a natural transition. You've already got your 3, you're already qualified for 5% down through 7 levels, right? Now get 4 more, get yourself to 7, and oh yeah, get an X pack in those first 60 days, and now you're locked in for life at 5% down through 20 levels. Pretty amazing, I'd say. Cowboy, what are some of your thoughts on this, my friend?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Uh, our our theme to success for 25, 30 years is get them out of the gate in the first 30 days. That has been so important. The ones who do it, their odds of success is tremendously higher than the ones who don't do it. But if they just do their 3 and go 7 levels, that's 52, almost $5,300 a month. I just had somebody message me. I thought I needed 7. You did used to need 7. Now 3 will get you 5, but 7 levels, not 20. You
Right.
know, so this is the most important first 30 that I have ever seen because it qualifies you for life.
And for so much too. I mean, 7 levels at 5%, nobody does that. For bringing in 3 people with what, a bag of Exhilarate?
Yep.
Nobody does that. Who does that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's big. It's big. Um, and this is the nice thing. It is so easy to explain. Adam, I just got in today. What do I do? Go find you 3 people. And what do I teach them? Adam told me to go find 3 people. And I have that chart of 7 levels, 5% that pays 5,200 and change. Guys, that's all you need to show them. You add $5,000 to somebody's monthly check, you're going to be, they're going to kiss you.
Absolutely. And you bring something up too about the videos or showing that chart. There are four new tools in the app, four new videos, and they've reorganized the app so that you can easily find those four. And those four in sequence, Stu went through them as to what to send. And they're really well done. One of them is the first one. It's about 4 minutes and 24 seconds called The Solution to a Problem, right? And that's the first one. Then he does The Power of Three. That's another one. And if you take a person through those three, you send them out, they're interested, they're going to get excited about this product and they're going to get excited about making money with this product. So, and you still have a lot of the other tools and things that have come before it. They've just put it into an additional section so it's a little bit easier to navigate the app. We didn't want to clutter it up so much, right? And that's good that they're doing that because we want to keep people focused on, first things first and what you want to be sending to people. So they've done a great job of that and they'll always be adding stuff to that as well. Cowboy, what is another one of your maybe takeaways from Saturday? I mean, that was quite a day, wasn't it?
It was. It was long. It was informative, but there was really no dead time. There was no wasted space. Um, the nugget that I took, 80% of companies never make it past 2 years. So you got about a 10-year-old company, but yet you have a brand new brand, a brand new labeling, a brand new matrix, but we got a 10-year track record, but we're first. And if there's anyone on this call tonight, let me tell you, Adam and I, well, in fact, when they came out with this incredible juice one time, this berry's been around for a million of years. And I got in 2005, and to me, it was just a juice. And buddy, 2006, it was on every T-shirt. It was signs in the yard, available here. Conventions went from 1,000 to 6,000. And the greatest thing I remember, Adam, once we achieved Royal, all of us, we had reserved seats in the front row, and all these people come charging through the door to get the best seat. And I was like, take your time. We don't have to fight for a seat anymore. And it was like Buffalo coming in. And when we signed up, it was just like here. They just brought it out. We just brought the energy drink out. We had other products to back it. And it was like a wildfire. You couldn't slow down.
And we're starting to see that groundswell too. We're really attracting a lot of incredible talent, and people are getting results, marketing the product. Average people just out there sharing it. People are raving about Auxiliary, right? They absolutely can't live without it, and that's telling as to where we're headed, don't you think?
I do, and let me tell you, and this is not just one of those cliches. I think in 3 years, you will say, man, I was on that call and I heard these guys say the thunder's starting to thunder and it's going to pour rain and we're going to flood it. And you were here. Now, take advantage of being here. Don't let no one steal your dream. Talk to people, because you are in a place that I would tell you right now. I would say, Adam, thank you for never giving up on Cowboy. Thank you for never quitting call, because if you wouldn't have been persistent and a pain in the butt, I wouldn't be here today. And I appreciate, I've got to tell my friends, because what if they could live my story? But the most of all, I don't want any of the people I care about to say, why didn't you tell me? It's their choice to come or go. But why didn't you tell me? I don't have a friend that they don't know what I do.
Well, you're welcome, Cowboy. And yeah, you were a pain in the butt, but I'll tell you, you were worth it. So appreciate you saying that. And yeah, look, it's a relationship business, right? And I don't let go of the good ones. I don't. if you've got some experience, if you've got a good relationship, if we're friends, I'm going to make sure you know that I've got something hot. And if it takes me a little while to get you, that's okay too. But you're going to keep knowing about it until you tell me to buzz off. And you never told me to buzz off, right? So there you go. Thank you, Cowboy. Appreciate that. I'm going to open up for some questions. If people have any questions, I'd like to hear maybe your stories about the product or things that are working for you. This is the social hour. I'd love to get you guys involved. But I do want to make mention too that the smart ship on a few items has been made 20%. And this is a possibly temporary, possibly not temporary, but it's a special. So on the bag of Exhilarate, on a single bag of Exhilarate, and I'll share my screen real quick on this, kind of give you a better grasp of it. On a single bag of Exhilarate, see if everybody can see that. Okay, single bag of Exhilarate. When a person gets started, they can pay $69.97. And in the new cart, it'll show really clearly that they can get it for $55.97 if they put it on Smart Ship. That's $1.87 per serving. It's a no-brainer. And by the way, if this special goes away, if you're on Smart Ship at this price, you'll get to be grandfathered in and get it at this price, right? So that's a complete no-brainer. A better thing would be, of course, to put 2 bags on, and you basically just do 2 single bags. It's not a pack, because the pack is not discounted 20%, but 2 single bags are. And that, again, for $111.94, now you've got 2 bags of Exhilarate coming to you. So that's important to know as you're getting people started, that they can get it for that price. Of course, best way to get going is still the least expensive way is with an X pack, and the 4-pack is an example of that. There are several different X packs. As you can see, it gets the serving size down to $1.75. There's no additional discounts on that. It's not something necessarily that you might put on auto ship, but it can be done. It's just there's no additional discounts on it. Now, if I go over to the next page here, oh, by the way, and that one, as we know, it locks you in for half qualifications if you do it within your first 60 days. And again, all levels in the compensation plan, right? All levels. And then there's the other ways. There's a bunch of different X packs that are in the back office now. And some of them are there and available to be put on Smart Ship, right? Some of the smaller ones, let's say. This is one that is back still at 10% on a Smart Ship. That first one, the Life Experience Pack. And then these others here you wouldn't put on Smart Ship. There's obviously too much product there, but it's the least expensive way to buy our products if you want to try more of them. And those are still great ways to go. There are some other X packs that people will find that are combinations of the Mist and Exhilarate that are at 20% off Smart Ship on Smart Ship. There are a few others in the back office that are options. You might find somebody that wants just this, the Mist products and just the Exhilarate. There's one that's 20% off for that. So again, when they go to the back office and they place their order for an X pack, they're going to see those choices. And some of them are smart that it might make sense to just put them on Smart Ship and get the savings. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay, anything else I wanted to cover on that? No, I think we're in pretty good shape there. Anybody have any questions that I can answer for them about Super Saturday or anything that's coming up? Either raise your hand or unmute.
Could I ask you a question about a thought? I'm talking
Yes.
to an IV hydration place in New York City.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking that because there's an issue with IV fluid because of the storm in the fall, and I know that Dr. Zinni, I believe, uses glutamist in his practice, right? Isn't that right?
He has an IV clinic and he does use glutamist, correct?
Is there any way that I could talk to him?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where I might be able to hook them up, because this is a pretty big place.
If you can find a decision maker,
which I have.
and
Yeah.
get them and give them some preliminary information. And if you can get them open to having a conversation with another IV clinic that is
Right.
using this product, without question, we can get
Yeah,
that.
no, that's the only way I'd roll. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the way to do it. And
All right, I go through you on that?
He's available usually in the after work, so later in the evening, and he's in Reno.
Okay, do I just call his clinic or do I go through you or what do I
I'll
do?
set it up for you because I know him.
Okay, all right.
I'll set
good,
it.
thanks.
You let me know. Give me like a couple of
No worries.
days,
Okay.
a window of some sort, and we'll get that set
Okay.
up.
Thank you.
Perfect. That's exciting. Wouldn't that be nice? All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, Adam,
Yeah.
it's Nick. I'm still a little confused. Do I need to go back and buy another X pack, or the one that I bought?
No,
Is
you're
that
all
the
set. Nick, you're all set. Anybody that's already purchased a pack that qualified them for all 20 levels, you're good to
Okay.
go. You're good to go. And as far as the getting three, think about this though. Okay, look, let's say you did buy a pack, right? So here's an example. You bought a pack and you're qualified for 5% down through 7 levels, right? If you've got
Yes.
if you've got 7 active.
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Okay, which is good. That's good. You're all set then. But let's say there's somebody else here that's a little bit newer. They don't have they bought a pack. They're qualified for all those levels, right? But they don't have 7. How much are you getting paid? You're not getting 5% if you don't have 7. But if you get 3 in 30 days, how much are you getting paid? 5% on those first 7 levels, right?
Okay.
So this is a great question that you've asked, Nick, because there are people here who are newer than you and they've bought a pack and they think, oh, yeah, I'm all set. Yeah, you're all set. Once you have 7 active, you're paid 5% because you bought a pack. But we've given now everybody the opportunity to get 5% the first 7 levels, which is where most of your people are in the beginning anyway. But you got to get 3 in 30 days. Your clock has been started. It's been restarted this past Saturday, right? So you got 30 days. And oh, by the way, for those of you that have been enrolling all month long, the people from the 1st of February on count. I mean, who does that? Stu does that. That's who. This company always wants to take every angle in consideration, right? I think we got Cody on here. Cody, I don't know if you want to say hi, but Cody's brought in a pile of people already this month. Imagine he gets on the Super Saturday. They say, okay, from this point forward, get your 3, right? And those people didn't count, right? We think of these things, and you want to make sure you take care of people. So they've done that. Great question, though, Nick. Thank you. Anybody else with a question? Do want to make mention also, there are going to be several events. The Reno event that was scheduled for April 11th through the 13th. There will be a Super Saturday there in Reno at that time, as well as Super Saturdays that are going to be happening in Canada between now and then, also in Mexico. There'll also be some others happening around the United States, leading up to a bigger gala event in Reno that we're going to be doing in September now. So we've changed things up a little bit, wanted to have a bigger groundswell to build for a bigger event and do more local things and get out on the road and get traveling. You'll see Stu out there, myself, Cowboy, Collie Butler, David D'Arcangelo, Evelyn Monroe. We're going to be out traveling and it's going to be a lot of fun. So take advantage of that when you find out about those different events. Probably be one in Florida. Probably be one in Indy, right, Cowboy? We're thinking by you.
That will be in it won't be Indy, it'll be Portland, Jay County, Adams County, around that area, about an hour and a half away from Indy.
Okay, so but in your state, that's great.
Yeah,
But-
they don't have
But
bars. They don't have bars.
If you go to India, you got to go to St. Elmo's Steakhouse. You missed everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's good to know too. Book me
Your
book me a
buggies
seat
can't
there.
travel on the freeway, Adam.
Okay, fantastic. All right, guys. Hey, this has been fun. Anybody have any final words of wisdom that they'd like to share?
I do, Adam.
Go ahead, David.
You know, for how many years we've been telling everybody the fortune is in the follow-up, and I discovered we've been wrong. The fortune is in the immediate follow-up.
That is true. Don't wait too long. You know, one of my favorite sayings in this business is nobody wants to be involved in your experiment. If you come across as a novice, if you come across as somebody who is just playing around with it, an amateur, nobody wants to be involved in your experiment. They want to be involved when they know you're sure. So follow up like you're sure and you're on to something and you're on a mission. Great point, David. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for hopping on the Tuesday Night Live X Team Social Hour. Glad you could all be here. We do it live, 8 p.m. every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome, guys.
Thanks,
Have a
Adam.
great night.
See you,
Bye-bye.
my friend.
See you, everybody.